Give us a video explaining. Okay. Now, this is a comment that was left underneath the video over at the other place, left underneath the video that I did where I just posted screenshots of the text message exchange between Tyler Robinson, the murderer of Charlie Kirk, and the roommate. And I basically said, I don't believe this shit. And so Miss Pamela is like, well, Tabitha girl, we need for you to elaborate. No problem. Here's page 1 of the text message exchange between Tyler Robinson and his roommate. And here's page 2 of the text exchange. That text exchange is taken directly from the indictment. The indictment in the 4th Judicial District Court in Utah County, state of Utah. It's the state of Utah versus Tyler James Robinson. Go to page 7 of the indictment. That's where this text exchange starts. Let's read it, shall we? Police interviewed Robinson's roommate, a biological male who was involved in a romantic relationship with Robinson. The roommate told police that the roommate received messages from Robinson about the shooting and provided those messages to police. On September 10, 2025, the roommate received a text message from Robinson which said, quote, "Drop what you are doing. Look under my keyboard," end quote. The roommate looked under the keyboard and found a note that stated, quote, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it," end quote. Police found a photograph of this note. The following text exchange then took place. Where's the photograph of the note? There's no photograph of this note. Furthermore, these text messages that they have put in this indictment, where are the originals? Where are the screenshots of the originals from the phone? Okay? That was my first question when I started reading this. Where is a picture of the note and where are the screenshots of these text messages? In every courtroom indictment, the formal courtroom indictment, I have read a whole lot of indictments. A lot of them I read directly to you all. I will find the official courtroom documents, and I will go skimming through and read what is in the indictment. And if there's evidence that they are citing in the indictment, there's pictures included in that indictment to show the evidence that they are using to charge this individual with a crime. If they got the evidence, there's a picture of it in the indictment. There's no pictures of this evidence that they are citing in these documents. Why is that? Text messages would give us dates and timestamps. I've seen text exchanges in courtroom documents. They black out the number or the full name of an individual. If there's identifying information like an address, they black those things out. Why aren't the text messages from the phone in this indictment? Why is it rewritten in this format? And in this format, there's no dates or timestamps. That's suspicious. They playing in our faces. And I haven't even gotten to reading the text exchange. Let's get to it. After reading the note, the roommate responded, quote, "What?" with a bunch of question marks. "You're joking, right?" Question marks, a bunch of them, end quote. And so Tyler responds and says, I am still okay, my love, but am stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this a secret till I died of old age. I'm sorry to involve you. The roommate says, you weren't the one who did it, right? With a bunch of question marks. Robinson, Tyler, I am. I'm sorry. Roommate, I thought they caught the person. Tyler, no, they grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's still one vehicle lingering. Roommate, why? Tyler, why did I do it? Roommate, yeah. Robinson, Tyler, I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it. Roommate, how long have you been planning this? Robinson, a bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it. Robinson goes on. Tyler goes on. I'm wishing I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I had got to my vehicle. Ellipsis. I'm worried what my old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle. Ellipsis. I deck if it had a serial number, but I wouldn't trace IDEK, IDEC, if it had a serial number, but it wouldn't trace to me. I worry about prints. I had to leave it in a bush where I changed outfits. Didn't have the ability or time to bring it with. Ellipsis. I might have to abandon it and hope they don't find prints. How the fuck will I explain losing it to my old man? Ellipsis. Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. Ellipsis. Remember how I was engraving bullets? The fucking messages are mostly a big meme. If I see, quote, notices bulge UWU, end quote, on Fox News, I might have a stroke, all right. I'm going to have to leave it. That really fucking sucks. Ellipsis. Judging from today, I'd say Grandpa's gun does just fine. IDK. I think that was a $2,000 scope. Ellipsis. Tyler says, delete this exchange. Tyler, my dad wants photos of the rifle. He says Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle, and it is very unique. He's calling me RN for right now, not answering. Ellipsis. Robinson. Tyler. Since Trump got into office, parentheses, my dad, parentheses, has been pretty diehard MAGA. Ellipsis. Robinson. Tyler. I'm going to turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors here is a deputy for the sheriff. Robinson. Tyler. You are all I worry about, love. Roommate. I'm much more worried about you. Robinson. Tyler. Don't talk to the media, please. Don't take any interviews or make any comments. Ellipsis. If any police ask you questions, ask for a lawyer and stay silent. That's the full text exchange that they have in these documents. I'm a 55-year-old woman who has a Gen Zer, black man, 27 years old, gamer. I've been in plenty of text exchanges with my son. My son does not use full sentences. It's either nah, cool, yeah, huh, no, yes. It's never a full sentence. I got you, Ma. Yeah, I got it, Ma. Never a full sentence. That is about as full of a sentence that you are going to get. This text exchange includes full sentences. And then words that make up these full sentences, a Gen Zer just would not use. I am still okay, my love. I am still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. If I am unable to grab my rifle unseen, going to attempt to retrieve it a bit over a week. That's his response to the roommate asking, how long have you been planning this? A bit over a week, I believe. They are playing in folks' faces. I think they already swept that spot. I'm wishing I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got to my vehicle. I might have to abandon it. Yeah, I don't know. My 27-year-old Gen Zer doesn't use this language. You are all I worry about, love. Judging from today. And ellipsis. I asked my son, 27-year-old gaming Gen Zer, do you know what ellipsis means? He was like, what, Ma? Ellipsis. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it means? He was like, yeah, no. Yeah, no, Ma, I don't know. I've never heard of that. I'm sure you've heard of it. Were you paying attention in school when they discussed it? 20-something-year-old Gen Zers, they don't use ellipsis. For those of you who do not know, an ellipsis is a punctuation. And that punctuation typically means that here there's additional information. But the ellipsis means that we are omitting that information. It's to let you know that there's additional information, but we are omitting it here. So what information is being omitted from that text exchange? We don't have the screenshots of the original text exchange, which would give us date and time. We don't have a picture of that note, even though they referenced the note. We don't have a picture of that. And that ellipsis in that text exchange is telling me that they are purposely omitting information. What information is being omitted? Those full sentences are a dead giveaway. That was the first thing. Okay, my love. I'm okay, my love. Yet still a bit over. I believe. What? No. No. And then the use of ellipsis. They can go and play in somebody else's face. Why didn't they include screenshots of the text message? What information are they hiding or omitting from this text exchange? They telling us there's more information by the use of that ellipsis, and they purposely left it out. Why? 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 I got this clip from Keith Edwards here on YouTube. I want y'all to listen to the reading of this text exchange.
When the roommate looked under the keyboard, there was a note that allegedly read, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it."
I am still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you.
You weren't the one who did it, right?
I am. I'm sorry.
I thought they caught the person.
No. They grabbed some crazy old dude, then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering.
Why?
Why did I do it?
Yeah.
I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again, hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it.
How long have you been planning this?
A bit over a week, I believe. I can get close to it, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it. I'm wishing I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got to my vehicle. I'm worried what my old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle. EDEC if it had a serial number, but it wouldn't trace to me. I worry about Prince. I had to leave it in a bush where I changed outfits. Didn't have the ability or time to bring it with. I might have to abandon it and hope they don't find Prince. How the will I explain losing it to my old man? Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. Remember how I was engraving bullets? The messages are mostly a big meme. If I see notices bulge ooh-woo on Fox New, I might have a stroke alright, I'm gonna have to leave it. That really sucks. Judging from today, I'd say Grandpa's gun does just fine IDK. I think that was a 2K scope. Delete this exchange. My dad wants photos of the rifle. He says Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle, and it is very unique. He's calling me RN, not answering. Since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty die-hard MAGA. I'm gonna turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors here is a deputy for the sheriff. You are all I worry about, love.
I'm much more worried about you.
Now that y'all have listened to the reading of that text exchange, I want y'all to know I took the first page of that text exchange and I fed it into Alfred, and I asked Alfred to rewrite that exchange as if it's coming from a 22-year-old male Gen Zer. And this is what Alfred came back with. After reading the note, the roommate replied, "Roommate, bro, WTF," with a bunch of question marks. "You dead ass RN?" Bunch of question marks. "No way you are FR." Tyler Robinson, "Nah, FR LOL. Stuck in Orem for a bit. Gotta go back for the peace. Low-key wanted to keep this on the DL till I peaced out for good, but now you are in it. Sorry, fam. Roommate, ain't no way you actually did this, right?" Some question marks. Tyler, "Nah, they bagged some random dude, interrogated another guy in drip like mine. Whole side of town went locked in hard, almost couldn't dip, but only one car still posted up." Roommate, "Why though?" Robinson, "Bro, his vibes are just straight hate. Can't fix that. If I grab the rifle without WO getting clocked, zero evidence left. Low-key hoping they bounce so I can snag it. Haven't heard anything about them finding it." Roommate, "You been planning this for how long?" Robinson, "Like a week, TBH, to be honest. Could have done it sooner, but a squad car keeps lurking where I left it. Think they already swept, but not risking it." Robinson continued, "Honestly, should have just grabbed it when I dipped to the car. Now gotta worry ABT, that means about, explaining to Pops if I take the L and lose Grandpa's rifle. IDK. If it's not an SN is serial number, but either way, not traced to me. Wild if they find my prints, drop it in a bush after changing fits. Might just ghost it and hope for the best, but explaining to my old man gonna be a whole L. That's how Gen Zers speak. That's how my son speaks. I have to be like, what? What does this mean? What does this mean? They don't have full sentences. They use a lot of abbreviations. They don't use ellipsis. They don't use those fancy words, my love, in a bit, I'm afraid. They don't use that type of language. Alfred rewrote it the way that my Gen Zer speaks. Yeah. They playing in our face. They playing in our face with this. Yeah. That's it. That's all.